Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our pitch submission for the Intermodal Association of North America's Bright Ideas 2020 Innovation Incubator. Now that's a mouthful. Anyways, on behalf of the Cargologik team, we are grateful to have been selected and we are excited to share with you our vision for intermodal transformation. My name is Miles John Varghese and I'm co-founder and CEO of Cargologik, also based here in Miami like our company. My co-founder on this journey is Luis F. Trujillo Jr. He's third generation in his family's shipping business, and he's our expert on freight forwarding. Before we dive into our presentation, we're going to show you exactly what we're going to be talking about today, and it's pretty straight to the point. Our agenda follows the core questions being asked by Aon's judges. As listed here in order, we're going to talk about the problem, our proposed solution, the benefits, and also the transformational impact we are aiming to have. And last, we're going to ask a little bit for your help and your support as we continue to strive for and achieve our vision. Now, first, we'll talk about the different layers of challenges that altogether constitutes a big problem that independent players have to deal with. We'll start first here with simple throughput. In 2019, global container throughput was 802 million TEU. That equates to roughly 401 million 40-foot tractor trailers, enough to circle the globe 126 times. And when you think about that, that's quite a number. When you're an industry operator, we forget that sometimes to really understand that massive impact and the breadth of the industry and how complex it is. The next slide uncovers some of the truths that we learned over the past year and a half building our venture and having hundreds of conversations, actually around 700 over the past year and a half. And we came to the following conclusions. And these problems are universal and they affect everyone too. Everyone that is in the independent small to medium forwarder broker market that we've been talking to around the globe. So what we found out is that both domestically and abroad, the freight forwarder and the broker are generally not aligned with their customers and have no effective way to keep pace with those customer expectations. Dialing down into these factors at play, first, just by nature, the industry and the job is complex. As if size wasn't enough of the industry, it is becoming more and more complex with more trade spats, more data feeds, and too many logins to deal with at both the forwarder and the shipper level. Second, the market is challenging, especially in 2020. COVID aside, there are new developments that are testing the forwarder and the broker's ability to effectively manage and operate strategically in an increasingly harsh environment. First, we have the diseconomies of scale, simply meaning that the smaller players do not have the tech budgets or innovation teams or resources like the bigger players to keep up with customer demands. Second, there is the rise of disintermediating forwarders, which is a fancy way for saying that there are too many startups that are aiming to take your lunch being funded by significant amounts of venture capital. And third and last, just to really put an emphasis on how challenging the market is, forwarders now have to be wary of their old partners and providers who now seem to be throwing their weight around and investing in customer-facing technologies that didn't do that before. Liners are starting to take direct bookings on customer-friendly digital platforms aimed at smaller shippers, or they're acquiring logistics companies and making investments to get back into full-service, door-to-door logistics. And the fun starts on this next slide, focusing on what most of you already probably know, that the majority of long-tail end freight forwarders in this market have to deal with across the globe. And at the highest level, that is a broken and fragmented user experience for both parties. Commercial teams are walking into their office, getting bombarded with hundreds of emails, text messages, and too many calls. And when we did the math, 30 to 50 emails per box, we're looking at roughly 25 billion emails just to coordinate 2019's container freight. And I don't know about you guys, but there aren't too many people, I don't think, that are passionate about digging through complex email threads trying to find information. It's not a great experience generally. So the solution that we are striving for and building and proposing here is one that is collaborative, meaning that it creates transparency and provides value on both sides of the equation. Not just an operational tool for your internal team to use, but one that provides value to the shipper too. B is the customer experience. You have to stay focused there. And it's basically the problem that we've been discussing, the Amazon effect everyone kind of knows about, but keeping up with the shipper just isn't an option anymore. And also we have the industry network effects that if you've been in the industry, you kind of know how forwarders, brokers, and the shippers works. And especially those players who hate technology, right? And also the shippers who don't want to remember another login. So we're capitalizing on some of these network effects and how these parties interact with one another. This leads us to the benefits of our solution that are 100% in line with our mission of supporting the industry. You start first at the forwarder side. It's a one-to-many relationship. Even small forwarders have a lot of clients, just some more loyal than others. Then we move into the shipper side of the equation, eventually opening up functionality so that the shipper too can get one global dashboard to see and better manage their operations across forwarders and brokers that they're loyal to. Last, you can expand into other players within the same supply chain or the same shipment project that you're working on, smoothing communication and facilitating cargo flow. And this leads us to our transformational purpose and vision. And that is collaborative supply chain visibility, meaning that there's no reason why any member touching a specific shipment, and there's a lot of them, there's no reason why they can't log in easily on whatever device they're on, post status updates, photos, compliance documentations, have conversations, share doc receipts, other important instruction, and to share updates and alerts along the way. And when you do that, you're actually able to speed up the flow of cargo, and as a result, drive throughput and well-being through entire communities, through ports, and all the families that constitute this market. Thank you for taking a few minutes to listen to our pitch. Once again, we appreciate your time. We're grateful for the consideration to the judges, to the fellow competitors, and we wish you all and the viewers a very happy and merry holiday. Thank you for your time.